The Baltimore Ravens made some mental errors throughout the course of the game. We talked earlier about how the Chiefs knew how to get under their skin. It started before the game. It continued during the game. And it finally bubbled over. This was in the second quarter, close to halftime,
right,
where Travis Kelce baited Kyle Van Noy into giving the Chiefs a free 15 yards.
Right.
On a drive that ultimately ended up being the final points the Chiefs would score for the entire game. Final score 17-10. Van Noy comes over and does just enough, and it's always the second guy, and there's Van Noy, helmet to helmet, face to face with Travis Kelce, gets the flag, and Kelce celebrates because he got what he wanted. And that 15 yards, that 15 yards made a difference.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Big moment in the football game. 14-7, still one score. Got them pinned back in their own territory. They're in trouble. You know, you could still make something and maybe get a field goal, the touchdown before the half. They have the penalty there. Then it's followed up by another personal foul by Jadeveon Clowney, right, on the hit on Mahomes. And all of a sudden you're going, wait, Ravens are playing good defense, but they're not controlling their emotions here in this moment. And they just gave the Chiefs a 30 free yards there. And yes, those were big moments in the football game. I don't know if we got, I think it was Clowney in the fourth, but what was the one right after that one? There was one.
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
There was a roughing. There was a roughing later in that drive. I'm looking at it now. Hang on.
All right.
Hang on.
But they had a number of moments too, guys. Just go ahead, play the hits.
It was Jones. It was roughing the passer on Jones. It was that pop to the head.
Oh,
that pop
yes.
to the head of Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly right.
Where it was like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Got him right in the head. That was another 15 yards that fueled that drive. That was almost a touchdown. There was back-to-back holdings by the Chiefs, and this was brilliant. You commit holding on one play. They're not going to call you on the next play. The very same guy for holding, and they did. That's what kept the Chiefs from scoring a touchdown on that drive. So, but yeah, Ravens, 2 personal fouls on that drive to set up the field goal that made it 17-7. Zay Flowers on the drive that culminated in the Zay Flowers North Korea-style fumble into the end zone. He makes the big play, big catch.
Yep.
Gets the Ravens in touchdown range and gets tackled right inside the 10. And then, look, push down, taunt,
so
everything but dangling the man junk, as you would say.
Exactly.
Throws the ball. But you know what? They don't call it anymore, so guys think they can get away with it.
Yeah. Well,
they don't call it.
That, to me, went above and beyond what we've seen not called. That's where I just go, you're right. They've been a little more lax with it.
That's what happens, though, when you don't call it.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't call it.
But, literally, when you push the guy, then spin the ball, then put your man junk in his face, I'm sorry, that's the trifecta. That's the trifecta. They're going to call that.
That's a George Costanza
exactly.
trifecta.
That's where it went too far. And again, that's where their frustrations, their emotions, they all boiled over in the wrong spots there. And I know people want to see, let them taunt and do all that. No, that's a slippery slope. Let him taunt, then let him get his head ripped off the next time he goes over the middle, right? Because that's the way the defense fights back. But they're going to call a penalty on the defense if they do that. So you can't. So I love Joe Burrow. I don't agree with let the guys taunt. It's not the right example. I don't want my son who's 13 sitting there watching going, well, when I play football next year, I'm going to spin the ball and put my man junk or little boy junk in some kid's area because I saw Zay Flowers do it. All right? That ain't good. We don't want that in our sport, and that was wrong of the Ravens right there.
For Costanza, it was food, TV, and sex at the same time. For Zay Flowers, it was shove him, spin the ball, and dangle the man, John. There's a parallel there somewhere.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Right.
But anyway, the fact that they haven't been calling it. See, and you know what's going to happen next year? Point of emphasis when we go to the meeting in August. Point of emphasis, taunting. Point of emphasis means our officials haven't been doing their job. Our officials have gotten complacent. Our officials have gotten lazy. They're not enforcing the rules the way we want them to, and now we've noticed it. And the Zay Flowers play will be the catalyst to go back to where we were. Remember that ridiculous play where the guy for the Bears, whose name I can't remember, did the spinning roundhouse kick?
Cassius Marsh.
in the direction of the guys on the sideline 30 yards away, and he got flagged for taunting. That was back when.
Right.
Point of emphasis. And now they've gone back the other way, and the Zay Flowers trifecta is what will get the NFL. I guarantee you. Point of emphasis, write it down now. Point of emphasis for 2024, taunting, back to what it was 5 or 6 years ago.
We had the two personal fouls on that one drive that made it 17-7, right? Van Noy and Travis Jones, like you talked about. Then we get later in the fourth quarter, right? Not long after Zay Flowers and all this goes on, let alone we know he fumbles diving into the end zone, which is a big moment. But then we get more Ravens losing their cool, doing dumb stuff, and big moments when the game was still, within reach, certainly very competitive here. And that's like, Jadeveon Clowney knows better. One, it's an extra step, probably. Two, you put your crown in the helmet into the crown jewel of the NFL. They're going to call it in that moment, period. So that just, to me, is the Ravens are better than that. They're smarter than that, and I was shocked by this, that they did some of this stuff down the stretch, Mike.
And then they got 12 men on the field coming out of a break.
And shocking.
That was coming out of a break.
Right.
1st and 10, start of a drive. Coming out of a break. How do you have – they reminded me of Brad Childress having 12 guys in the huddle coming out of a break in the NFC Championship 15 years ago. You can't have 12 guys on the field coming out of a break.
Right.
Here's where – this was – and look, I understand what he was doing there.
Right. They're trying to stop the clock, right?
Right. They're trying to stop the clock, but you don't have to go over and blast the guy.
Just go off
You don't have
sides.
to blast the guy. They're trying to take extra gratuitous violence out of the game. You could give the guy concussion with that hit when he's in his stance and he doesn't know it's coming.
Definitely.
That was stupid.
Sprain his ankle.
That was stupid. It was uncalled for.
Exactly right. That was the right call. It was another shocking moment where, yes, I understand the strategic, what they're doing there. The strategery, all right, as an ex-president once said, was right. Because they're going to wind the clock. They're going to start it back up, go off sides, let it be first down. Again, the clock will stop, and then they hope to get a minimal gain on first down running the ball with the Chiefs, and then they can call their timeouts. But, yeah, just go off sides. Don't demolish the right guard when he's defenseless. The Ravens did some un-Raven-type things throughout the day yesterday.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.